Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Virtual Audiences Masterclass Week. I'm so happy to have all of you here today in the Virtual Audiences Masterclass Week. Welcome, Emmanuel. Hello, Kiwi, Jeff, Carlos, Robin, Janine, Sol, Penny, Cedric, Daniel, Richie, Andreas, everyone that is joining us today. Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy to see all of you here live with us today. My name is Felipe. I'm the founder of Inside the Show, the program that teaches you how to transform online sessions into incredible audience experiences. And I want to let you guys know that you can interact during the session in different ways. You can send emojis, and you are welcome to turn on your videos because we are going to be doing a few things that will be bringing you guys on the screen. I want to invite you guys to use the chat as well because we have a lot of things that I'm going to ask you guys and you guys can answer. And here's the thing. If you guys are named like iPhone, iPad, or Android, or something that is not your name, I recommend that you guys rename yourself. And this is very simple. You're going to click on the participant list. You're going to find yourself and you're going to click on this little arrow more and click on rename. And once you do that, you just type your real name. That's going to be very helpful because when we bring up your messages on screen and we interact, we are going to be able to talk to you by name. And if you are want to be concentrated, you don't want to like see these messages popping up on screen all the time like crazy, especially if you're on the phone, you can disable this messages preview because everything that I'm going to be interacting with, I'm going to be bringing on screen. You just need to click on this little arrow and uncheck show chat preview. And if you are on the mobile, you just click on the chat and this is going to pop up the chat. But on the top, you have this little bell on the iPhone, and on the Android, it's going to be a little 3 dots. And on this menu right here, you are able to disable chat notifications. So they're going to be very helpful if you don't want to see these things popping up. And this is the second masterclass of the Virtual Audiences Masterclass Week. And I want to ask you guys something in the chat right now. So type me in the chat if you have already catch up with the first masterclass. I want to know how many of you have already catch up on with the first masterclass. Let's take a look at the numbers. Look at that. Wow, we have 320 people live right now. Let's see how far this number goes. How many people have caught up with the masterclass? Just type me. This is cool. Okay, so a lot of people have catch up already. And here's the thing. If you haven't, you need to go right away because, I mean, not right away, we are live right now. You're going to be doing this after this live session. And it's okay if you missed it, stay on the session, but you need to go to the replay of the first masterclass as well, because this is only 1 week. And on the first masterclass, we already got hands-on and we created something amazing already. I gave you guys the foundation of what we use on Inside the Show, the method, the workflows to design the delivery to be outstanding. And I gave you guys a huge head start by giving you guys a sync collection for you to get started. So make sure that you watch the replay. I pasted the links on the chat as well. And this is why you need to watch the replay. We went through how to structure presentations. We started building already presentations, and there was a step-by-step Zoom guide on how to optimize Zoom for virtual presentations. So don't miss, this is going to be incredible. And I want to let you guys know also that everything that we are doing here during this week is not just about the live session. This is about everything that is happening on the community as well. So on the community, which, by the way, if you are not on the community, this is the link, and I'm going to paste the link on the chat as well. The community is where everything is happening. So this is where we are giving the resources. This is where we are giving the cool things that like the replays, the tools, the step-by-step lessons that we have prepared for you, because everything that we are doing here, like we have the support on Ask Philippe and the team. We have everything that you need to really excel this week. This is going to be a hands-on week. So make sure that you are on the community because everything is happening right there as well. And we've been receiving amazing feedback from you guys. So this is all of your feedback. We pasted this image of things that you guys sent us. So thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for putting in your time to work on your presentations this week. This is a really hands-on week, so it's really important that you guys are putting in the work, because we are giving you guys something really powerful, really amazing, and it's really rewarding to see how many people are putting it in action and transforming the way that they present online. And on the first masterclass, we worked on your pre-show. This is the first scene of your stage style presentation. Remember, we are not designing meetings or meeting rooms. We are designing a presentation, a workshop, a training session for the online stage. So we created the pre-show. The pre-show is a scene where you have your logo, the title of the session you're running, and you can even switch these with buttons. And you have also you can have a countdown timer, some animations, and you can customize the colors, add your logo, or change it entirely. This is an interesting one, because you can pop up on the pre-show to say hello to everyone before you go live. So the pre-show is a screen that sets the mood for the audience. And we started creating our own pre-show already. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know these people, but these are Sunny. He is a content creator with hundreds of thousands of followers that teach how to do storytelling for social media to create content. We've seen Thiago Forte, he's the best-seller author of the book Building a Second Brand. And lastly, we had Mathilde, the head of community of the Circle platform, the same platform that we use as for Inside the Show. And these are Inside the Show members as well, and they agreed to share with you what they were using in their sessions. And we are going to be using a tool. We are using a tool throughout this week that is called OBS Studio. Now, the OBS Studio is a tool that is free and works for Windows, works for Mac, and it's really versatile. And this is the most powerful tool that we have available. We have several other tools also that will work, like for creating live broadcast production, like Ecamm, vMix. The things that you're doing today are things that you cannot do on any other platform. So if you use the other tools like Ecamm or vMix, I want to invite you to experiment with something new. It won't cost you anything. This whole week is free, OBS is free, and you are having the best learning curve that you will ever have. But this is only for 1 week. So take advantage of this week and try it out, discover what it can look like, because this is really, really, really powerful. And like I said, it works for both Mac and Windows. And I'm curious to ask, I did that on the pre-show, but I want to see the results again live. Which operational system do you guys use? It was quite a battle on the pre-show. Let's see what the results are. Look at that. It's almost a tie. It's almost, no, yeah, Mac is winning very, very strongly. Okay. Mac won. But here's the thing. Everything that we are doing here works for both Windows and Mac. Inside the show itself, we have 50% of people, 50% Mac, 50% Windows. So it's a very distributed members. And in the first masterclass, we also learned that OBS alone is not enough. You've seen that OBS can be very easy when you know exactly what to look for. When we taught you how to become an OBS wizard in 3 steps. If you didn't see that, so catch it up, because this is very valuable. But OBS alone is not enough, because it can become very messy. And when it becomes messy, you don't have the courage to use it live, changing a logo to adapt to content and really upgrade your work, your presentation. You get afraid to make change. It gets to the point that you are like, I can't touch it. I know it works, I don't know how, but I can't touch it. And you don't want to get to that point. This is not what we want. So in the first masterclass, we also taught you the emoji system, organization system that we use on Inside the Show. And this system makes it super clear what you need to do in order to grow your Sync collection really scale your single action, your presentation infinitely without making it messy. So this is very powerful as well for both beginners, because they're going to get to learn how to do this in the best way, and pros as well. There's going to take a lot of value because if you're a pro, you're creating more complex things, and having an organization system that makes it simple, it's invaluable. So make sure that you watch the replay of the first masterclass. And in the first masterclass, we also gave you a starter kit. Okay, we gave you a starter kit, which is a single action that you didn't start from scratch. We gave you something to start with. We taught you how to do it from scratch, and we did it live, but we gave you a heads up and made it super simple. It's super quick for you to get up and running. Today, we are gonna upgrade this single action. If you think that was all, it wasn't all. We have an upgrade coming up for the single action today, so wait for it. And if you missed the single action, don't worry, the replay is in the community. The links is right here and also in the chat right now. So you can click and save it for later, but make sure that you do. And we gave you a homework, right? We gave you a homework, and you guys did it brilliantly. It was putting together pre-show. This is all people this is you guys from 2 days ago. This is what you put together in just one day. All right, so this is the first people that put it together. And congratulations everyone that put in the work that made this happen. And this is just beginning, because we got lots of surprises coming up this week. And we are working on your projects. We are doing things that you can put in action right away. We're giving you the support, the resource, the step-by-step, and we are using the same methods that we use on Inside the Show. And for those who don't know, Inside the Show is my flagship program. It's where we have people from all fields and all backgrounds, from total beginners to industry leaders, creating experiences that are highly engaging and highly interactive. And the last masterclass, you already started approaching your sessions differently. We've applied the GIS method, which stands for delivery, interaction, and lastly, flow. We put this in action. And we are going to keep building upon it today. We are going to keep building on the delivery and start interacting with your audience in a totally different way. So this is what is happening today. And I also asked you guys to prepare Zoom for virtual presentations. And I want to know how many of you guys have done it. Type yes or no in the chat. Have you had the opportunity to prepare Zoom for virtual presentation? Yes or no? Let me take a look at your answers. Awesome, a lot of you guys have had the opportunity to do this. This is cool. And if you haven't, again, we have all the resources on the community and the step-by-step on the replays as well. Do it before it's too late though, because this is only happening for a week. A lot of people ask me, Philippe, can I buy these recordings? No, we don't sell these recordings. So don't leave it for the last moment, because it's not just about recording. This is about the support. This is about the community. This is about the challenge that we are giving you, the homework, and all the action that we are pushing you to do. This energy that can only be lived live and during a period of time. So make sure that you make the most out of it. And I have to explain why Zoom, right? Why Zoom? There are so many platforms available. And the simple answer is because this is the closest to a real virtual stage that we have. The things that we will do, especially today, you can't do in other platforms. And a lot of you guys ask, but can I use it in other platforms? And the answer is yes, you can. You can use it in other platforms, but you have to know one thing. This is very, very important, guys. Okay, so pay attention right now. If you're not, switch the tab, come in here, look, and if you're just listening, come back to the computer, because this is very important. And this is a piece of information that a lot of people don't know. Here's the thing. When you are, depending on the platform that you go, what happens is that when you shrink down the window, you lose the content. So you can see that on the left, you have Google Drive, Teams, and Discord, for example, Google Meet, Discord, and Teams, for example. When people resize their browser, they cut the slide. You can see that the slide is not showing up on the screen entirely. So a lot of your content, when you do these productions, it's cropped. And here's the thing, people can't tell you. They don't know that they are missing something. Like, you're not seeing me anymore in Google Meet. You see? So this is the problem. But other platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and Zoom allows either allow you to force the aspect ratio, that's what is called, the size of the image to be respected, or it will always respect. So that's the difference. Oh, almost got dizzy here. So this week, we are focusing on Zoom because it's the most reliable to deliver the kind of experience and interaction and flow that we are working with here. Now, we are building upon what we started in the first masterclass. And if I had a magic wand and I could tell you guys, I could grant you guys just one wish, it would be this. Stop using screen share. I'm not very good at drawing, but you get the point. That's the most impactful thing that you can do on your presentations. And what you're gonna do is start using the Inside the Show way of sharing your content. That's what we are going to learn right now. You won't just save your audience from death by screen share, but you actually make your slides elevate your message. They will become a tool for engagement and attraction. They will support your delivery, not distract them from it. And once you start doing this, your message will connect more easily. Your audience will stay engaged, and you will finally feel excited to present again. So what we're gonna do right here, we, again, don't need to follow along. So I don't want you guys to go crazy and think that you guys need to follow along. You won't need to follow along. This is we have a step-by-step of everything that we'll be doing today. So this is already available on the community. When we finish this class, you are going to receive the continuation of the customizing the delivery and customizing the interaction. So everything that I'm gonna go for here, we also have even more detailed and pasted step by step. So if you miss anything when I show you, don't worry. Just get the gist of it, just get an idea of what I'm doing, how I'm doing, how it works. That's the most valuable that you can get, and see the possibilities and see how it works and see this done in live is the value of these sessions. And as we build this, keep in mind, we're not just tweaking how your slides look. We are working on your delivery, the D in the D framework. This is one of the most important changes that you can make in your content to how you present right now. All right, let's do it. So here's how we are going to set up your slides, sharing it the ITS way. So on the first masterclass, you have had an incredible scene collection where you learned how to bring in the pre-show and go back to the mini scene, which is an amazing way to start your sessions already. Today, what we're going to do is we are going to upgrade your scene collection, and I want to show you in action. So you can see that the scene collection has two red dot scenes. These are the scenes that we're going to be using live. You never switch to a padlock scene when you are presenting. You always use one of the red dot ones, and this is how you make sure that you can make changes in one place and it affects all others. So we have two red dot scenes. When you go for the step-by-step, you're gonna get to a part that says upgrading your scene collection. Okay, so I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna show you. This is Alan Marriott, our support squad leader. And here, he will explain what to do, but basically what you need to do is click on that button, okay? So let me show you right here. So here we have the list of scenes. We have 2 red dot scenes. I'm gonna click on that button, and now we have 4. Did you see that? Did you catch that, or was that too quick? This is magic. So we just upgraded your scene collection with 1 click of a button, and we unlocked more scene collections for you, and we're gonna go through it today. All right, so the first thing that we are going to be doing today is setting up your slides to show it in the ITS way. So usually people just share the slides like clicking on the screen share button. They will stay like that for a whole never-ending, everlasting hour or even more. And this is what kills your presentation. This is what we don't want to do. The inside the show way of using slides is having it set up in a button that we're going to learn, by the way, on the next session. It's going to close it with flow. So we're seeing lots of things about production, about delivery. We're going to see today about interaction. We're going to finish off on Sunday with flow. That's when we are going to learn how to press all the buttons and how to set up everything so everything runs as smoothly as a magic show. Okay? So the inside the show way of presenting is being able to, at any moment, you just press a button, the slides come up, and then you press a button, the slides hide. The cool thing is that you can still see the slides on your side, so you can pass to the next slide. Have you ever needed to go through your slides back and forth to find what you want to share, but everyone is seeing all these slides jumping on and off and just look unprofessional? Imagine if you could, like, just in a pass of magic, show exactly the slides that you want. Because on the background, you are just switching the slides, no one is seeing, and then you got to the slide that you want, and you press a button and the slides come up. That's the power. That's the way that we do slideshows on Inside the Show. And the setup is gonna be pretty straightforward with this new upgraded scene collection. We got on this upgraded scene collection a scene that's called Slides. It's a red dot scene, which means it's a scene that you can use live. If I come in here to this scene, you are going to see a placeholder slideshow that we're going to change right now. And this is where your slides is going to appear. So whenever you want, you're going to switch to the slides, you're going to talk about the slides, and then you're going to switch to the missing, and you're going to get back to talking directly to them. And to set up this is the same way that you set up the cameras. And if you've seen the first episode, you know how it is. It's just using one of the padlock scenes right here. So we have a padlock scene slide. We can go to it, and then we can hide this slide, and we're going to add another slide. Now, let me show you this. I do have another slide, and I'm going to tell up front, you can use Google Slides, you can use Canva, you can use Keynote, you can use whatever app you use to show slides, okay? Whatever app, because the way that OBS works is that it allows you to capture a screen share of whatever is going on the screen and place it in OBS. So you can create a live production with it. And it's quite simple. It's the same thing that you would do on Instagram if you wanted to add a sticker on top of your video. You just click to add a sticker, and then you move it around, change size, and click publish. Same thing. I'm going to prove you. This is Keynote. So usually when we present and we click on the play button, it goes to full screen. This is a waste of monitor space, because then you have to have a monitor just for the slides. You have like a limited number of monitors, and monitors are very important for virtual presentation. If it's your main monitor, if it's a single monitor, then you cannot do anything, like you cannot see anything anymore. So what I want to tell you guys to do from now on is play the slideshow in a little pop-up like that. So I'm gonna hit ask again. So when I hit play, it plays in a little pop-up. The way that I do that on Keynote is by coming to the top and click on play and checking in a window. Normally it's on full screen. So what you're going to do is make sure that it's instead of full screen, it says in window. And for PowerPoint, Google Slides is already like that. It's already a pop-up. Canva is already a pop-up. For PowerPoint, we have the step-by-step of how to do that as well. It will be on the step-by-step guide. So both for Keynote and PowerPoint, we have the step-by-step. So you are covered. So, but this is the important thing. You're going to play your slides in a pop-up screen, okay? Next step is we're going to capture that pop-up screen inside of OBS. So I'm going to move it away. It's here on my computer, right here, but I'm going to move it away. So I'm going to click on plus, And now I need to add the sticker, right? The thing that is going to go on top of my presentation. And in our case, it's going to be a Mac screen capture because we are on Mac. If you're on Windows, it's going to be called window capture. It's going to be window capture on Windows. Mac is going to be Mac screen capture. Just don't confuse it with audio capture because it's quite similar name, but it's screen capture. You're going to call it whatever application you're using. I'm going to call it Keynote because it's a Keynote slide. I'm going to change it to window capture. On Windows, it's already window capture. You don't have to select that. And then I'm going to find our presentation. We have here Keynote horizontal. There you go. If I put my mouse on top of it, my mouse appears. I can uncheck show cursor so it doesn't appear anymore. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to just make it the size of the presentation of the Canva, or we can hit Command F or Control F and it will take the whole space. There you go. We just grabbed your slide, like it's running right here. This is the slide. If I go to the next slide, it's going to reflect that. It's a live screen capture of whatever is going on this screen. The cool thing is that now, if I go to the slide scene, look at that. I have my slides and I'm ready to present. I'm ready to say, hello everyone, welcome to the session. We're going to talk about this topic today. I'm very excited, so you just wait because there is a lot to come. And there you go, you have your slides set up in quick, easy steps, very quick, easy steps to have your slides set up. And this is just the beginning of what we have prepared for you. Now we're going to go further in differentiating your online presentation from just another ordinary meeting. We're going to bring the diff elements that add human energy to your session, the interaction element. So this is the interaction is what creates this event feeling in a live presentation. It makes like you feel that you are arriving at an event, not another meeting, another boring meeting. This is what makes it feel organic, immersive, spontaneous, and actually live. Because whenever we talk about live experiences, you need to give people a reason to be here with you. Otherwise, you'd be just making a YouTube video, which, by the way, you totally can with the tools that we have here, because like pressing buttons and making things appear on screen as you're doing it is the best way to do like a YouTube video, live tutorial and training, because it's so easy, it saves a lot of time editing. So the same things that you can do live, you can do for recording as well. And when you're doing live, you need to give the audience a reason to be live with you. You need to give a reason for them to say, okay, I now understand why I'm here, not in watching this in 2x after on YouTube. And we take interaction very seriously here on Inside the Show. And a lot of the tools that we've built are designed specifically to make interaction smoother and more powerful. And here's something that a lot of people don't realize. When you go online, you have multiple channels of interaction. You can interact in a way that often is even more powerful than you can in person. For example, I can ask you all here to tell me in the chat, where are you guys located right now? So tell me in the chat, where are you guys located right now? Look at that. And there is a time zone. I don't know if you guys can notice, but there's a time zone arc here. And you can see that it's very late for these people on this area of the globe. So I appreciate the effort you guys are making to be here live with us today. And you just cannot do these kind of things when you are in person. And we have several different interactions and methods that we use to enhance the interaction on Inside the Show. But this masterclass, we will focus on the 3 main channels you can start exploring in your sessions right now. And the first one is visual interaction. This is the ability to show the audience on screen. We're going to be doing that today. Then we have the spoken interaction. This is the ability for you to bring people to the stage and talking to them. This is great for Q&A, to get live testimonials and to make collaborative moments, but you can't just call every single person in the room. So this is a limited kind of interaction, but very, very powerful. And then we have written. It's the most powerful for me. The written is the most powerful for me. The written is you guys on the chat right now, talking and discussing and participating. And this is cool because everyone can participate, even people that don't have their camera on at the moment. Because a lot of people think, oh, people don't turn on their camera on my sessions. It doesn't matter, because this is not the only interaction channel there is. There is a lot of interaction channels, and you can make advantage of all of them. And the written especially is very powerful, because imagine if I were in a conference room and I asked people, so what kind of presentations do you guys do? And what would they do? They would like shout out, just shout out, everyone at the same time. Like, but here it's different. Tell me what is the kind of virtual presentation that you guys do? Type 1 or 2 words. What kind of presentations do you guys do? Here on the virtual medium, we can actually take it a little bit different. We can make it more interactive. We can have everyone talking at the same time. We can welcome the chaos. We can make it fun, right? We can create a level of experience that we don't see and we are not able to even reach when we are in person, right? Oh my God. Okay, so what I want you guys to memorize is that there is multiple channels of interaction. And this is the 3 ones that you can start using right away in your sessions. And right now, we're gonna focus on visual integration. Visual interaction. So we're gonna integrate the visual element in our session. So this is how it will go. And again, what I'm going to show you guys here, we have step-by-step of everything that we are doing. So if you ever feel like you missed something, don't worry. This is not something for you to follow along, for you to memorize every single detail, every single button that I click. No, it's not about that. This is about showing you how powerful and how simple it can be to deliver an online experience and how fast you can get there, because we are doing this live. This is what these sessions are about. So to present you the next thing, the next audience interaction workflow that we're going to be doing right now. We do get a nice message here. Do you need a team behind the scenes helping? Right now, I am right here by myself. I'm controlling everything. So what you see is what you get. I'm doing my controls with my Stream Decks, with my Flick button. So now everything that we are teaching you here is about running presentations at your own, by yourself. Because if you caught the first masterclass, I explained that we build inside the show to create virtual shows for magicians that are using card tricks and gadgets and props while presenting, while bringing the audience into the screen, unmuting and doing all of that. They wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't simple. It's not about being tech savvy, it's about like it's impossible. So we built it for them, but then other people saw it and they're like, oh my God, I want that to my sessions. How difficult is that? And I said, let me show you. And then here we are, after 5 years, changing the game of what it is to present online. And this is, so that's to say that everything that we built, everything that you're seeing, first of all, is being run just by me. Every single graphic, every single thing that is happening on screen, the chat messages that goes on when I added the cool images that goes on the chat, that's me. Okay, so we have everything automated, so it's simple, because flow is one of the most important elements, and that's what we are tapping into on Sunday. Flow, because it doesn't matter being able to do amazing things and cool stuff and cool things popping up on screen. If it takes you out of your concentration, if it takes you out of your content, that's why a lot of people say, I just want to concentrate on my content. I don't want to focus on the tech. But it's not about the tech, it's about flow. That's what we are learning on Sunday. So make sure that you don't miss the last masterclass, because it's going to be the most powerful. So back here on audience on screen. So let me introduce you to something that a few of you guys might already know if you have been through a previous masterclass. This is something that we always do in the masterclass. we have a resource on Inside the Show that is really, really powerful. And during this week, we share it with you. It's called the Zoom Audience Simulator. The Zoom Audience Simulator is basically a call that stays 24/7 live with real people. Actually, they are real people, but they are recordings. So these are all recordings of members of Inside the Show, and they are in an actual Zoom call. So you can actually click to unmute and spotlight them and pin them on screen. You can do all of that right here live. And this is the cool thing about the simulator, okay? We are gonna be using it to create the experience that we are creating on Inside the Show. And we are gonna make it available for you during this week. So right after the session, Zoom Simulator is gonna be open for you guys to do the exercise and make sure that whenever you are putting in practice what we are teaching you today, you can actually see how it's gonna feel when you're live with people. So the steps to set it up are very simple. On Mac, you've got like to go to the gallery right here on the bottom, double click gallery, and you are going to click Zoom meeting. And then the people are going to appear. So you can see that we are not seeing everyone. That's because the simulator has to be restarted. This is a very resource intensive computing system that we have, and it needs to be restarted from time to time. We're going to be watching it to make sure that it's the bots are all appearing while you're doing your recordings and your exercise. But you can see the names, you can see that the individual people and some of their cameras. You're going to be seeing all of their cameras. And on Mac, it should be already set up. When you go to the gallery, you should already instantly see them. You're going to have a link to the Zoom Simulator. Once you go there, you're going to see your gallery immediately here. If you're on Windows, you're going to double click and you're going to choose the Zoom meeting again. And there is step-by-step instructions by Alan to walk you through. But basically, this is the same process that we are doing on the slides. We are capturing the screen, we are bringing it to OBS, and we are creating a production. So if I hit OK here, and I go to the missing, I have my slides, right? We did that. But now, look, we gained 2 more red dot scenes with this upgrade that we just did today. The second one is audiences. When I go to the audience, I'm able to bring the audience into the screen just like that. And we can make it bigger, we can modify how we want it to look. And then when we go to the me, look at that, it just animates beautifully, revealing the audience. So you can basically say, hello everyone, welcome to the session. I'm so happy to have all of you to talk about this topic right here. You guys are in for a lot of surprises today. This is you on Zoom, imagine that. Right now, that's what we're doing. This is right after this session. This is what you are doing right after this session. And the next thing that I have for you, because that's not all. That's not all. You guys seen, if you were in my session, how many of you guys saw my pre-show in the beginning? How many of you guys saw my pre-show in the beginning? Type me in the chat. So we open the room like 12 minutes before the session starts, and we start the session 3 minutes after the hour to allow people to arrive, because sometimes we have to adjust the computer or just connect. Things don't work and they take like a minute or 2. So we give people some 3 minutes to arrive the session, and they get, like, people that arrive early have some fun, because I'm not going to tell what happened on the pre-show, but you guys that were there, you guys know what happened, and you guys have some fun, you are rewarded, and we make everyone excited for what is to come. So what I'm going to show you guys is one of the most powerful ways to connect with an audience online, to prepare your session for people to be really excited to what is to come. This is cool. Normally, when you start your session, you have to build up engagement. You have to convince them that it's worth for them to pay attention, that it's worth for them to give their attention to you. You have to convince them. That's your battle. When you start a session, that's your battle. You have to prove them that this is worth their time. What if we could skip that? What if even before the session starts, we could set them in a baseline where they already know this is worth it, where they already are excited to what is to come? This is the weapon that I'm going to give you guys today. With the pre-show, you guys already know, you guys already have, and it looks like this. Now that's cool, right? That's cool. This is what you guys are going to be doing. Not only take advantage of the pre-show, but show the audience on your pre-show. You're going to be able to, they're going to be seeing themselves, they're going to be waving, they go, oh my God, what is that? How is this happening? This is going to make them so excited to what is to come, and they're going to give your attention right away. You say hello and they're already sold. That's the level, the power of what you guys are getting today. And just look at what we did in one session. In 2 sessions, we did the pre-show, transitioning to the center scene. We did the slides the IHS way. We bring the audience to the screen. We had the scrolling gallery and all of that, like in just 2 sessions, in just 2 days. And what you saw today is what you guys are going to be doing right after this session, because you got the step-by-step material of everything. You don't need to watch the replay again and see how I did it. It's already ready for you, like in the community. Like if we go to the community, you are going to see that everything that you need to get started is already here. Let me show you. So we have the content. So look at that. I'm going to go right to the beginning. So look at that, 12 minutes to set up the audience around. A few more minutes than what you already did, like 11 minutes. For those who already completed the other part, 11 minutes plus 12 minutes, that's what you need to apply and start using what you learned this session. This is a very hands-on week, guys. This is not about what video that you watch, right? This is not about just a video that you watch. We are giving you the knowledge, but we are also giving you the tools, the methods, the workflows, and we are giving the support. Here we have all the team, the IHS team that is giving you support on the masterclass space. So these are the heroes that are with me, helping you out as we go. So use the community to ask your questions, and the place where you're going to be asking your questions is right here on the Ask Felipe and the team. And by the way, yes, I spotlighted them myself without help of anyone. That's a secret that I can tell later. So we have Ask Felipe in the team, where you have all where you can ask your questions. So just come here to the community and click on Ask Felipe in the team. Type your question right there, and our team will be ready to help you. This is what you signed up for, so this is what you are getting. So again, the step-by-step you are going to find right here on the community as well. So this is already available for you. It's in red, little red button, so you can find it easily. Step-by-step lessons, just come in here, complete what you did. And remember, as you do this, you're going to be unlocking a few surprises that I'm going to talk in a second. And we did this live. I did all of this live with you today because I wanted to see how simple it can be and how powerful it can be to produce an experience, to transform online sessions into incredible audience experiences. And these are the same building blocks that we use inside the show to create interactions and the level of audience experience that we are creating in the program. And I've been getting a lot of messages about inside the show, how can I join? How does it work? How much does it cost? And I will have all the details for you very soon, but I want us to focus on the masterclass first. What I can tell you is that we are going to open Inside the Show for enrollments in just a few days. We only open these a few times a year. This is the first time that we are opening this year. So last time was last year. And we never onboard a huge group at once, because we have a commitment with each member's results We give personalized support, the same that you guys are getting during this masterclass week. So we only onboard the number of people that we know we can truly help. And if you are on the WhatsApp VIP group, you're going to be the first to know when we open up enrollments. That's where we are going to also share the new resources as they come along, reminders so you don't miss any of the sessions, and all details about Inside the Show will go to the WhatsApp group first. So if you are interested, make sure that you are there so you don't miss it. And right now, what I want us to do is to focus on the masterclass, because me and the team are 200% focused on it. And I wanted to be focused too, because we are working on your presentations this week. And I'm doing this for free, this masterclass, because I have a mission. I have a mission to reshape the way that people present online. I see a lot of people with incredible content, but when it comes to delivery, it's always is missing something. It could be so much better. That's why we run this masterclass. And even if you're not joining IHS, I encourage you to come, because there is a lot of value still to come. So you're gonna get a lot of value, even if you're not joining Inside the Show. So just come. And we packed in this edition especially a few surprises, lots of new resources, and I'm gonna give you the spoiler in a second, but very good things. So take advantage of it and use what we are sharing. And use our help, because we are all here to help you out. So now it's time for you to take action. You have the tools to create a beautiful production. And we're going to release the Zoom simulator for you guys right now. Just after the session, you're going to have this beautiful call where you're going to be able to simulate a real audience. This is an audience simulator, right? You don't have that anywhere. This is an exclusive tool, resource of the Inside the Show, and we're going to release it to you right now. We're going to be doing the Q&A in a second. So if you got questions, type them now in the chat. So send your questions in the chat, and we're going to be selecting these questions as we go. And here's the thing. With what you learned today, I have a homework for you, and it's called this show time. So the homework is a moment for you to put together everything that you have learned so far. You're gonna record, just like you did with the pre-show, you are gonna record a little clip, like 30 seconds, something like that, where you're gonna go to the pre-show, then you are going to click to start the session, say hello everyone, welcome to the session. I'm so glad to see all of you live with me today, and I'm going to bring the audience. And today we are going to talk about this topic right here, so I hope you guys are excited, because I am. There you go. That's your homework. That's what you're going to do on the showtime area. And let me give you a reason, or better yet, I'm going to give you two. By following the step-by-step that we are giving you guys, you're going to get a beautiful production that you will be applying right away. The homework is a proof of that. And for those who do the homework, like I said, are going to unlock a few surprises. And this is the first one. You will have a chance to win a Stream Deck pedal. So this is the Stream Deck pedal. Let me show you right here. This is the Stream Deck pedal. And we are going to give away one Stream Deck pedal for a luck winner, a luck person that do the homework. So if you do the homework, your name is going to be entered in the roulette, and we're going to spin that roulette, and you will have a chance to win a Stream Deck pedal. And the pedal is a really cool device. Like the device that I will tell you that it makes the most difference is the Stream Deck MK2. This is your mission control, right? That is specifically this one. And I have a reason why I don't recommend you guys buying the XL, the bigger one, but I will go in detail about that on Sunday, okay? So if you're buying Stream Deck, buy this one. Now, if you want to add a magic, if you want things to fly on screen without anyone seeing you pressing anything, the Stream Deck pedal is really cool. You can use the Stream Deck pedal for that, because you can press it with your feet. You have 3 buttons that can actually have multiple actions. Really powerful device. And one of you are gonna have the chance to win. All of you are gonna have a chance to win. One of you is gonna win by just doing the homework. That's what you need to do. and you will have until Saturday to send that, and we'll have more details on the timeline. So everyone knows what the timeline is. We're going to be posting on the community. And if you think that it's really hard to put this together, I want to show you what people from the last masterclass did. These are people that have never used Adobe Ads before. They went to this masterclass in just a couple days. They put together their pre-show, they put together their slides and the audience experience, and they built a beautiful production. And they started using it right away. I'm going to play a little clip that is the same that I'm going to do with you guys here, showing what they did in the last edition of the masterclass. Let's take a look.
Hello.
Hello.
So happy to see you.
I'm really excited to be with you, and I just want to say hello to our beautiful audience before we start.
Yes, hello guys.
Great to see all of your faces today. So
We're going to have a great time. We got people from 25 countries, so many people ready to learn.
I see a lot of familiar and new faces.
and what are we going to talk about today? Let's take a look at our slides.
We're getting somewhere. I don't really have many slides to show, but if I did, this would look pretty nice.
Now tell me what you think.
I'm looking forward to talking to you.
You are now part of the show and get live and interactive. So,
Take a look at that. I don't know what we'll call that one today, but
Thank you for giving up your valuable time.
you guys are looking great, even though you're just recording.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Thank you for watching.
So thank you so much for being here, and I'm really excited because this session is for you.
and if you're enjoying this, stick around because there's way more to come.
Thank you, Felipe, for everything you've given to us.
Loving this community so far and loving all of this. This is really a game changer.
Bye.
I'm gonna go grab my dance clothes. I'll be right back. Okay? Keep dancing, stay warm, keep warmed up. Let's do this.
There you go, guys. So this is what people on the previous masterclass have put together in just 2 days. And now it's your turn. It is your turn to put together everything that we worked on, walk through, do step by step, and create a beautiful production that you will be able to start right away. And on Sunday, we are going to take flow to the next level. We're going to master the flow with what we're going to learn. You're going to learn why the Stream Deck with 15 keys is the best one for you to run your presentations, and how to use it in a way that is actually going to allow you to have this power. Because a lot of something that I hear a lot is people that buy the Stream Deck because they are really excited, but then they ended up putting it on the shelf 2 weeks after because they don't know exactly what to do with it. And Stream Deck is just a tool like any other. If you don't use it properly, it's not going to give you any benefit. It's just going to stand on your way, and it's not going to get you flow. So on Sunday, we are talking about flow, so you can know exactly how to use the Stream Deck to create amazing experiences. And I've got a surprise. I said to you that we got a few surprises, especially for this edition, and I'm going to give a spoiler of one of them, the one that we are going to see on Sunday. Okay, so for anyone that has been on the masterclass before, you have never seen that. We have never done that. And I'm really excited. We are on Sunday giving to you guys a new Stream Deck plugin that we made. This is an Inside the Show Stream Deck plugin to skyrocket your flow, your interaction, and your delivery. So this is going to be exclusive for you guys that are participating in the masterclass. So if you want to get this Stream Deck, not the Stream Deck, the Stream Deck plugin that we have created, you need to do the homework. This is going to go to every single one of you that completed the homework by Sunday. So if you don't complete the homework, if you don't put in action what you're learning, I'm not going to share this with you. I want to be helping those who are committed. Like I said, I am committed to help you get out of this week with something amazing, with a beautiful production that you can start using right away. If you are committed, I'm going to support you. I'm going to give you all the tools and the best resources and save the best for you. Okay? So make sure that you do the homework that we are giving you guys today by Sunday, and you are going to get the Stream Deck plugin that we created, and no one has seen it yet, aside from Inside the Show members. Inside the Show members know it all, but we never shared this before outside of Inside the Show. So I'm really excited. So now I want to go to the Q&A and see what questions do you guys have for me. Shall we? So this is the time for you to ask your questions. So I'm not seeing a lot of questions on the chat, so fire them out. I want to see these questions popping up. So we have Nas. How do you get people's reaction to come up on screen? This is one of the many interaction tools that we have built on Inside the Show. We have created flows that integrates directly with Stream Deck, OBS, and Zoom, and even other platforms to create a production that is connected with the interaction that is happening in the room. That's what we are doing. So, if my slides in PowerPoint have audio, will the slides import in OBS play the audio as well? So you don't need to play the audio on OBS. There is a much simpler way to do that, and we are going to walk you through this week, which is when you're in Zoom, you can click on Share, you go to Advanced, and you click on Share Audio Only. Now everything that you hear on the computer is going to play also on the Zoom room. So this makes it super easy for you to make any audio come up. If you can listen, then it happens. So, question, this method will be fine to run a podcast? Yeah, you can totally run a live podcast, and we do have a live podcast that we run. It was weekly, but we stopped it, but we are going to be back with it. It's called Open Studio. This is a podcast that, like a video cast that we do with Alan Merritt, the support squad leader of Inside the Show, and myself. And we do, like, we open the room for people to ask questions and interact. So we do a podcast that is open with the audience, which is super cool. So we definitely will use these tools. Apollo, can I stream both vertical and horizontal simultaneously from OBS? We often run webinars and lives as well. I downloaded the plugin and I'm so excited to exceed expectations. Yes, you definitely can. There is a plugin for OBS that is called Vertical, and what Vertical allows you to do is super cool. It allows you to create scenes that are in one format for horizontal and another format for Instagram. So for example, this scene right now, we have a slideshow right here. This wouldn't work on Instagram, but I do have a vertical scene that the slides are below. So people on Instagram, they see the slides below. So I can do the same presentation, use the same Stream Deck buttons and same controls, but it's just like streaming to two different places at two different formats, like a responsive website. Super cool, super powerful, and yes, you can do it with OBS. And I want to see the questions popping up, guys. I see very few questions right here, so fire them on. I want to see your questions. I want to answer. I wanted to use this time to ask anything that you guys like to know. So Mark is asking, when will the materials be available until? I need to install some of the tools on work machines, but IT admin are away till Monday. So the resources are going to be available until Sunday. So you can download them, and I don't know if you can download the videos. You cannot download the videos, but you can download the Scene Collection installer. If you do the homework, you're going to be able to download the plugin that we are going to give for those who complete the homework. So you can learn this week, and you can take these materials and then install it on your work computer. So Rafael Sarmento, I'd love to know how to fade out the music after transitioning from the pre-show to my camera. How can we do that? So this is already built in on the Scene Collection that we gave to you. If you want to experiment with it and learn how it was done, this is a filter on the pre-show scene. So go to the pre-show scene, click on filters, and you're gonna see there how it's done. But for any, like, you don't need to learn, we already have it built in for you. You can change the music, and you can just double click the music, choose another MP3 file, and it's just gonna work. When you are in the pre-show, it's gonna fade in. When you are out of the pre-show, it's gonna fade out beautifully. And that's what we want, like a single action, single button, make it easy for you to make it to work. Like you have to have flow in whatever you are doing. So we have Doug. What is the best way to incorporate a green screen? We have a few resources on green screen. It is on Inside the Show because Alan Marriott, our sports squad leader, he uses green screen. So the tutorials that you're seeing on Inside the Show, they are specifically recorded by Alan, and Alan uses a green screen. You can take a look and see the results that he gets. I think it's really good. And we have many resources on Inside the Show of how to use this green screen. We don't have prepared any to go to open up during these masterclass, but if you later on you decide to join Inside the Show, we will have all the support you need to make it perfect. So Ella, using Canva for presentation was mentioned. Yes. Can you talk to other options for Canva presentations? I only see full screen and presenter view, both default to full screen. I have already used Canva a few times, and well, I know that you can open up in a browser. If you open up in a browser, you can detach the browser and make the browser smaller, if I'm not mistaken. I don't use mainly Canva, so I will not be sure of that, but I know that I studied it and I have been able to do it. And I think that was how. I opened it in a new browser window, and I just detached it from my main browser and resized the window. So we have Jean. How do you get around the rounded corners around the windows you bring into the scenes? This is a plugin called Advanced Mask. This is a little bit more advanced, as the name suggests. So it's not something that is easy to teach, but it's possible to do that on OBS. I have Stream Deck Plus. Will your plugin work? Yes, or should I buy one now? So the plugins work on whatever Stream Deck do you have, even the pedal. What you are going to see on Sunday is a new workflow on how to run your presentations using the 15 keys Stream Deck. It's going to be very powerful, and especially if you're running these as a one person, it's going to be very powerful. So you can decide if you want to buy a Stream Deck, 15 keys Stream Deck after you watch Sunday's masterclass. But you can also start with your phone. Everyone that don't have a Stream Deck or don't have this 15 key Stream Deck, you can start with your phone. That's what I will recommend, because you're going to see the workflow designed for 15 keys, and it's going to make a lot of sense. And you are going to see how impressed you will be that you will be able to control the Stream Deck even without looking. That's my promise, without giving a lot of spoilers. Watch the session before you buy anything. That's my recommendation. But if you must, get the 15 key Stream Deck one. Where's your microphone when you are sitting on the sofa for Q&A? So I have a microphone. It is inside of my shirt right now, actually. Right here inside of my shirt. It's a lavalier microphone, and that's what I'm using with the DJI Mic 2. Tonya White. Nice to see you here, Tonya, the Inside the Show member. What if you need a demo to do a demo online, like a web browser? Normally, I screen share. So you can use the screen share if you are in a one-on-one meeting, for example. But if you're in a presentation and you want to grab an audience attention and you want this to be a very impactful for them, every word that you say matters. Every time that you take to make something appear on screen matters. It is the difference between they paying attention or deciding to scroll away from your content, from what you're teaching. So when we are in high-stakes situation where we want to grab the attention of the audience, what you can do is, like, I shared the screen several times today when I showed the community, when I showed OBS, and I taught you how to use OBS. You can use the screen share inside of OBS. So you can capture a portion of your screen on OBS, and then you can do this production where you press a button and things pop up. And of course, you're a member of Inside the Show, just reach out to the support, and if you need any help, we're going to help you out with what you need to get this up and running. Steve, how to put lyrics to my songs on screen so that people can sing along with me while I play live. This is so great. Never thought of that. Well, I have an idea. Okay, I do have an idea. So you said sing or play. You can sing along. So if you're singing, what you could do, like if you have the instruments recorded, right? So you're only singing. You could have a music, a transparent MOV with the lyrics and the song. And then when you play it, the lyrics are going to appear on top of your screen. Everyone's going to hear, you're going to hear, and you can sing on top of it. Of course, to do that, you will have to use some advanced video editing software like After Effects or Adobe Premiere. You would have to drag your music to the track and create the lyrics on each part. It's going to take a little bit of work, but this would be brilliant. I don't know of any tool that does that automatically, but I can see how powerful it would be. It's how nice, how good of an experience it would be to do this live. So does this slide feature in OBS play audio like in slides on PowerPoint? Like if you can totally have audios on your slides, you have to go to Zoom, Share, click on the Share button on the green button on the bottom, and then you go to Share Advanced, Share Audio Only. So click on the green button, Advanced, Share Audio Only. Everything that you're hearing, people are going to hear as well in the session. So if you've got a song playing on Spotify, people are going to hear. If you have a audio coming from PowerPoint, people are going to hear it. So you don't have to worry about complex audio routing and anything like that. You just, whatever you can hear, they can hear as well. Just a press of a button. That's the best way. So now you guys sent a lot of questions. I gotta go quick. So Doug, best way to get green screen added to my background. We don't have a resource open at this session because it doesn't make sense for me to open up the resource that we have on Inside the Show for a green screen because it is designed for the Inside the Show scene collection. So right here you are getting the starter kit scene collection, which the Inside the Show scene collection has a load more features, and it's designed a little bit different, and we'll have features that if I give you the tutorial, you are not going to be able to follow along. So that's why we only do that on Inside the Show. HDMI camera recommendations, we got the gear recommendations on the resources vault. So a reminder for you guys, during this week, every single day, we are releasing a new resource, a new exclusive resource of Inside the Show. We are opening it up for you. We have opened yesterday, I think, the gear recommendation, and we have a few options there for HDMI cameras, okay? And you're gonna see all details. And also we have a recommendation for webcams and different levels. Like these are not the list of equipment that you must buy. There's a lot of equipment there. You just need one or another. Like if you're looking for a webcam, take a look at the guide, see our recommendations. If you're looking for a Stream Deck, take a look at the guide, look for our recommendations. That's the idea. If you're looking for something, like if you're looking for a microphone, take a look at the recommendations. And this is gonna help because these are things that we test, that we have over 900 members on Inside the Show. So we have experience running a lot of different setups. So this is the best collection of the equipment that we have tested and experienced and can share with you that are worth your time and your money. So Glenn, do I need to customize my Canva slide size to fit like the slides you have on the right hand side? So this in collection that we are sharing with you is an horizontal regular slide. This right here is a vertical slide. It's on the Inside the Show scene collection. So this is not on this scene collection that we are sharing with you. So because most people are like, most people are not designing their slides like that. And on Inside the Show, we have a different way of running slides altogether because we are not limited to the to these. Like I can show you right here. Maybe let me show you. We have these slides right here, but we can show the slide bigger, or we can show the slides taking over the entire screen. We can show the same slides in different ways. So it's a little bit different the way that we do slides on Inside the Show, and the Scene Collection reflects that. So when you have more content, you can show it. And it just happens like you go to the next slide and it just expands to show your content. You go to the next slide, you don't need the space, it goes to the smaller one. So it knows exactly when it should go to a bigger content, when you go to a shorter content. That's the way that we do on Inside the Show. The Scene Collection, with the Starter Kit Scene Collection that we shared with you, we simplified that because we need everyone to get up and running as soon, as fast as possible. And everyone is set up with an horizontal slide, not the vertical one or the Inside the Show way one. So that's what you got. So KYC, do we need a paid version of Zoom? No, you don't need a paid Zoom account. Everything that we're doing, you can do on the free one, or you can experiment on the free one. And whenever you're presenting, it will be important for you to go on a paid Zoom account, because otherwise you will be limited to 40 minutes and it will cut your presentation in the middle. So the paid Zoom account is only when you're going to present. And even if other people create a Zoom link for you, you don't have to even to pay. And you don't need the business account. You can have the Pro. That is the first level account. Like the Pro, I think $15 or something like that is what you need. You don't need to pay extra for the business. We have Apollo. Can we stream horizontal and vertical for Zoom and social medias as well? Yes. Many times I run webinars. I think I answered you maybe. Yes, you can run both. Mauricio, I use Ucam Live because it's the only software that connects directly to EOS Cam. And EOS Cam utility doesn't work. What can I do for OBS to show my EOS Cam able to change from Ecamm? So in my experience, the EOS Cam has a lower quality than when you use the directly HDMI using the Cam Link connection. So even if you're using Ecamm, I would recommend that you get a video capture card because you will have a better quality. But I have not heard of problems with people connecting EOS camera on OBS. This is something that we can dig up a little bit. Send a message on the WhatsApp support. We are going to see if we have anyone with the team with a camera with that feature, and we are going to explore this and get back to you. But either way, I think you're going to be better with a video capture card. It's going to give you a higher quality. John is asking, how do you integrate videos? Videos are layers, just like anything. Like this slide is a layer, this chat is a layer. So video is just a layer that I put on top of my OBS, and I have embedded on your Scene Collection. So this is how you're going to do it. There is a very specific feature that I gave you guys on this Scene Collection. It's more advanced, but very powerful, especially if you want to run videos. The overlay scene. The overlay scene is the scene that goes on top of every red dot scene. That's where you put your videos. No matter what scene you are, you're showing a slide, you want to show a video, you press a button, and it's going to pop up. You trigger the source inside of the overlay scene to become visible, the video, and it's going to play in whatever scene you are. So overlay, it's hashtag overlay is where you would set it up. So Winnie, will you be providing us with the single action to bring someone to the stage with us? This is something that we have designed for the Inside the Show. We have a button that you can have on the Stream Deck where you you assign this button, people to this button. You assign people to this button. So I have assigned all my team members that were live today. And when I wanted them, I just pressed the button and they pop up on screen immediately. And then I assign another button just for me. I press that button and then I take over the stage immediately. So this is something that we designed for Inside the Show. And we're going to be talking more about Inside the Show and the tools and resources that take online experience to even a further level, and a level that I think you guys won't even believe a lot of things that we do. Neely, what are your recommendations for traveling setup? So if you go to your gear recommendation, we have on the top a few tabs, and one of them says portable. If you click in there, it's going to filter by the gear that I recommend for a portable setup. So go there, gear recommendation, inside of the resource vault, click on portable on the top, and you're going to see a list of portable gear for you to decide. So Ryan, how do you select the questions and profiles to display on screen when you read their questions? So this is the only thing where I have help. All the production, everything is done by me. I have someone in another room, in another part of the state, reading the messages and just selecting them for me. So like I'm bringing up message that could be sent in the beginning of the session or at the end, and I just click on them and they come up on screen. So I have someone that so I have a few moderators in the chat. If you have been interacting in the chat, asking questions, you've seen Pedro, you've seen Alan, you've seen Robin and Michael and Alan and many people of the team in there. These people, we have one of them, Pedro, that is selecting the message for me. So I just sit here, I look at my phone, or I could be on my computer, and I can click on the questions and I can see the questions that were pre-selected. Jaime, what do you have right now with a graphical overlay on your screen? Is that another type of thing? Exactly, yes. You could create it. You could create it like you just duplicate this slide scene and then you change the elements. Like you will have your slides, you just crop it a little bit. Like you can hold Alt and crop a layer. And then you move around your camera, you reposition your camera, reposition things, and your scene collection is set up to animate beautifully. So you will have something very, very similar to this. So you can totally do, and I would be surprised to see some of you guys try it on your homework. I would be happy to see you guys trying out something like that. Ruckus, how many monitors do you use to make it most professional and flow? So monitors are really important on virtual presentation and flow, like you're saying. The minimal amount of monitors that I would recommend is 2. Like this is a very, very bare minimum. If you only have your laptop screen, it's going to be pretty challenging for you to run a session. You don't have space to look at things, like you have to watch what the audience is seeing yourself. You have to see the audience, you have to see your slide, you have to see your speaker notes, you have to see OBS, you have to see things on screen to allow you to be focused. Whenever you need, oh, that's the information I need, I just need to look. I don't need to click an Alt tab and Command tab anywhere. This adds friction. If you have to press a button, press your keyboard to Command tab, Alt tab to switch between scenes and windows when you are presenting, that's damaging flow. The monitor is one of the simplest tools to give you flow. The best news is that it doesn't need to be an expensive monitor. There's a lot of expensive monitors. Doesn't need to be expensive monitor. That's why I don't even have monitors in my recommendation, because it doesn't matter. It just matters that you have it. Grab any monitor, like any monitor. Don't matter if you pay $100, $500, it's going to be the same thing for the purposes of improving your virtual presentation. Nobody's going to see a better quality on your presentations because you have a $1,000 monitor. It's not going to make any difference from 101. But the fact that you have a monitor, an extra monitor, is going to make a huge difference for you. So the best scenario, like I would recommend 3 monitors. It's going to give you plenty of space, and 2 minimal. Okay, so that's my recommendation. So Luis, are we going to learn how to overlay interactions from chat, locations, questions, reactions, yes or no, and me counting, etc.? These are things that we built on inside the show. So we have many interaction tools and workflows that works not only on Zoom, but YouTube, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, and Instagram, and so many other platforms. We have tools like these interactive tools that we have built for inside the show. So these are exclusive of the program. And I will have more information about the program in a few days, because we are opening in a few days enrollments, and you guys that are here part of the masterclass will be the first to know. So Frank, when showing a video during a training that is about 1 minute long, you really stay on the screen, feels awkward. Well, you've seen me play a 2 minutes video here. And this is I really love the moments that I share my videos, because I'm talking, I'm presenting, and then I have a video and I'm like, oh yes, and I play the video and I see a countdown timer with like 1 minute or 2 minutes, and I'm like, oh, okay, drink some water, looking at the timer. No one sees me on camera because the video takes over the entire screen. No one sees me. I can relax, I can stretch, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are live again. And I'm ready to go. I have drank my water. So this is the best parts of my session. I love when I have a video to share, when it's something that makes a lot of sense for me to share with you, because this adds like this breathing moment on the presentation for me, and also breaks the pattern for people that are watching, because you don't want to do like a talking head all the time. Like if you're just talking, or just sharing a slide, it's not gonna be engaging. You need to break pattern. Show a video, show an overlay, show an overhead camera, or show a different angle, and then talk to the camera, show a slide, hide a slide, play a video. You need to add break pattern, and this captures people's attention in different ways. It's gonna make a tremendous difference. And you can start right now with the Sync Action Starter Kit that we are sharing with you. So Angie, with the on-screen drawing you did earlier about screen share, does this work with iPad? I can't seem to pair my iPad with my MacBook. It's a little bit difficult to pair the iPad with the MacBook because there's a few things you need to do. I can't remember by heart. Sometimes it's easy, like it's like plug and play, it's gonna appear. Sometimes it's a little bit harder. If I'm not mistaken, you connect the USB to the computer, to the Mac, then you go to the list of drivers, because the iPad appears as a driver, like you can see the photos inside of it, and you eject it. And then you unplug and plug it again. And then you're gonna be able to use this as a camera. So you might need to be doing that. Otherwise, you can use a tool, I prefer, that is called Reflector 4. Reflector 4, that's the version, Reflector. And this makes so easy. It's a tool that you download on Mac, you buy on Mac. You just screen share to the Mac like you are sharing a video to the TV or something like that. You just scroll down, share screen, Mac, and it appears there. Way simpler to do that on iPad than connecting with the cable. So that's my recommendation, to be honest. Reflector, just download it. It's gonna make your life super easy. Michael, are you currently looking at a created Q&A list on your phone? Exactly, yes. I have someone that has selected the list for me during the live session. We have 10 more to go, and I'm reading them. So BlackBerry, what tool are you using for interactive map with participant location? Is that from Streamlive app? No, it's not. This is a tool that we have built on Inside the Show. This is an exclusive tool of Inside the Show, alongside many others that you are yet to see. I use it today. The people count, the little names of people, like I asked how many of you have done that, and you type it me, and these people pop up on screen. This is another tool that we have. We have the tug of war, where I ask you guys, Mac or Windows, you can personalize that with your questions, of course, and you can see the battle for people to answer who's going to be the winner. We have multi-choice poll with a winner, and we have gamification systems. We have a whole set of tools to bring interaction, engagement, and connection to another level on Inside the Show. And I'm going to tell you more about Inside the Show in just a couple of days. But first, I want you guys to be focused on the masterclass, because there is still a lot of content to come. There's still a lot of things to achieve. And we have the flow session on Sunday. It's going to be amazing. So we want to focus on that. Then we're going to talk about Inside the Show, and you guys can learn more about what is coming. So Brian, geeks often like to challenge interactions. Example, my location is Mars. How do you handle this? Well, you see me doing that right now. So someone just on the beginning said, what happens if I type Mars? And a couple of seconds later, they just see a picture of Mars on screen. That's how I react. We play along with it. How can we stream to multiple places at once? Zoom, LinkedIn, Live, YouTube Live. There is a couple different ways to do that. You can do it all from OBS. So from your OBS, you stream to all places. You would require a very good internet. for that. You could do a Zoom session and let Zoom stream it to other places. You could use a service like Restream, where you send one streaming to Restream and it restreams to other platforms. And you could be on Zoom at the same time. So there is a couple of different ways to do that. So Michael, any good ITS magic tricks during the breakout rooms to increase interactions? I find that people sometimes go silent when in breakout rooms. Being totally honest, I have very little experience with breakout rooms. This is not something that I have been able to explore a lot. And I have not tried a lot of breakout rooms, so I can't tell you from experience what to do. But yeah, I will not be able to answer that one. So Sean, so random, but I would love to know the paint color of the wall behind him. Okay, the paint color is, so I'm in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, and the paint color is, wait a second, I know it by heart. I know it. So one of my team members, please type in the chat, because I'm going to speak Portuguese and I will need you guys to type in the chat. Terra de Garoa. Terra de Garoa Souvenir. So that's the paint color. You're going to see they're going to type in the chat for me. And you're going to be able to Google for each, and you're going to find it. How do you zoom in a screen shared while live? We have a YouTube video on that. So if you, I have a YouTube video on that on Mac, and I don't have it yet on Windows. But if you are on Mac, you can type Felipe Nardi Zoom Mac. It's gonna work. You're gonna find the video. If you're on Windows, there is an app called Zoom It, and you can download it and you can use it to zoom on your screen while you're live. So you're capturing your screen and you're going to use the Zoom It app to zoom on the areas that you want. And this is a super important workflow, because you want to be sure that you guide people towards what you want them to pay attention. And if sometimes you have a big screen and you're talking about a small detail, people not always are finding the mouse very quickly. So make it easy for them, make it easy for people to enjoy the experience. Like they can sit back and relax, they're following everything, because it's like you're zooming in where you need to see. It's a very cool thing to do. And if you can't find the materials, just send you the Ask Felipe on the team and we'll get it and share with you. Do you use OBS plugin for the end credit where all the ITS members and attendees' names are listed? This is another thing that we have created on Inside the Show to increase interaction. This is a tool that we have created, it's not a plugin, that integrates with the Inside the Show system. And by the way, it's a whole ecosystem inside the show. When you use Inside the Show, we have these award plaque for people that present over 100 hours using the Inside the Show ecosystem, the Zoom Simulator, the tools that we have created, and we have like dozens of people that have this plaque today, and a few of them have the 500 mark, and a couple have the 1,000 hours mark. I'm at I think 700 or something hours. I didn't reach 1,000 hours just yet, but I will. So yeah, this is one of the many resources that we have on Inside the Show, and I will have more details about Inside the Show at the end of the masterclass for all of you guys that are interested in continuing this journey. And just so you guys know, more things doesn't mean complex. The same level of plug and play. Did you see the level of magic it is to upgrade your single action today? You're gonna click one button and it's gonna upgrade your single action. That's the level of what we have built inside the show for you to pull up this experience. We have made everything super easy for you. So if you are interested, don't, and you're thinking, but it must be too complex, just know that the experience in this week is important, because you are going to see how easy it is when you use the right resources, the step-by-steps and the right guides and the right support. That's the same thing that we have on Inside the Show. We are opening up a part of Inside the Show for you during this week. So what you experience is part of Inside the Show. So there's more of that on the inside. So we have Sean. how did he know the sound went off? Does he have a headphone or an earpiece? Yes. So I'm using an earpiece right now, and actually it's right here. It's a hearing aid. Actually, I have a little bit of a severe hearing problem on the right ear and a moderate hearing problem on the left ear. So I use 2 hearing aids that luckily connects to Mac, connects to iPhone, and I get to hear voice on my head whenever I want. So it's a very low profile, like you cannot tell we're using an earpiece right now, right? So this is one of the benefits of having to use a earpiece hearing aid. But there are some, so I haven't found a earpiece, not a hearing aid, that was so low profile as the hearing aids. I haven't found it yet. But I know a few people are, there are a few different earpieces that are very small. I'm yet to buy them and try them to be able to recommend it. It's something that makes a lot of difference. But of course, you have to be either with a headset or a small earplug when you're presenting, because if you're talking to people and you're using your speakers, it can create audio problems. So I always recommend you guys hearing from your ear, like with a earpiece or a headset or anything, so that the audio don't go back and forth on your microphone. How many scenes do you have? I have a lot of scenes, but in fact, it doesn't matter how many scenes do I have. It matters how many red dot scenes do I have. Because scenes, I will have a lot of scenes. I have hundreds of scenes, no kidding, but I don't touch them. These are all scenes for setup. What I touch is my red dot scenes, and I have about 10 red dot scenes, like sharing the slides, sharing the overhead camera, bring the drawing on screen, and so on and so forth. So all the scenes, like this one right here, sitting on the couch with another camera. So I have about 10 scenes, red dot scenes, which are scenes that I switch when I'm live. Does iPad work with the on-screen drawing? Certainly does. Same concept that we did with the slideshow. In fact, I have a YouTube video. If you search for Remarkable, which is the tablet that I use to draw on screen, Remarkable is the name. Search for Felipe Nardi Remarkable, and you're going to find my tutorial on how to set it up with Remarkable, which is the same method for iPad. You just need to grab your iPad screen and do the rest. And the way that you grab your iPad screen is by using this app that I mentioned earlier, Reflector. It's Reflector 4. It's a great app for bringing iPhone to the Mac, and I think even Windows, iPhone and iPad to Windows as well, it does work. So it's a great app. And we are getting to the end of the Q&A. So GN, question regarding camera. What is the distance is the best to set up the camera when you are at your desk? So this really varies with what you want to do. So most webcams, you can have it up close. I have these shelves right here that they are big, but they are not super big. Not in a way that if I had the camera close to me, you would be seeing the walls when I'm on the main shot. Like if I switch right here, you can see I have the Q&A, so you cannot see it. But if I bring it right here, and I just control this with 2 flat buttons right here, you can see that you cannot see the engine of the shelf, and not the engine of this, like it's a continuous, but the engine is right there. And it's cooler when you cannot see it because it looks bigger. For that, I had to put my camera very far away from me and zoom in. When you put your camera very far away from you and you zoom in, you make the background expand. Looks bigger. So it really depends on what you want to achieve. And we do have a very special resource that we're going to share with you this week, which is the Dream Studio course, Dream Studio workshop. So Dream Studio is a course that is run by Kevin Shen, the same designer that designed my studio. And he teaches us in this workshop. This is a workshop that he did for Inside the Show, and he teaches how to create an amazing set. And we're going to share this resource with you this week. So watch out for that, and you will have more information about how you can make the best out of your space, camera position, and etc. So we have Ellen. How do you balance the zoom window and OBS? Are they on different screens? Yes, they are on different screens. So I can actually show you right here. So let's go to my overhead camera. So I have the audience screen right here. I have my teleprompter right here. And my slides are there. So this is where I see what you guys are seeing. You can see that right here, you see the little blue, a little yellow. This is the same message that you guys are reading here, but it's very big because, like I said, I'm very far away from my camera right now. As you can see, like I'm this distance from my camera. And this is because of the decision of having the camera making my background larger. You don't need to do that. It's not necessary, but it's just like to achieve this space. So that's how I have it. I have it in front of me, on monitor and the teleprompter in front, and then I have another monitor with my slides, and this helps a lot with having everything that I need right on my field of view. So last question from Rokas. Is it possible to make the interactive map not for the world, but for a map of a country? And the answer is yes. So if you're on the United States, you can type, where are you on the United States right now? And we're going to see. So it's a little bit different than the world map. This is part of the world map that we have on inside the show. It's very cool. A lot of places, so many people from the States. So you can have like it's mapping the states and all. It's super cool. You can do it with any country, of course. Awesome. So that was the last question. So here's the thing, guys. This was an amazing session. Even amazing Q&As. You guys really gave me a lot of questions, a lot of things. I want to celebrate by just doing a goodbye. And this time, I want to do the same thing that I did last time. I want you guys to raise your hand on Zoom right now. If you do, you're going to appear on the photo that we are going to take right now. So if you want to appear on the photo, raise your hand. The first 25 people to get it is going to appear on the photo. Last chance, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. We have 25 people. So we're going to make a pose in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Pose. Again. And again. Did I get it right this time? Yes, I did. Yes. There you go. So remember, we have the homework for you guys. We have the homework. We're going to be posting the photos on social media. We have the homework for you to do. We are going to have more prizes to share with you. Sunday, we have the session about flow. Make sure that you make the most of it, because this is where you're going to put together. It doesn't matter that you have amazing production if you don't have flow to run it. So this is one of the most important sessions, and we are having on Sunday. And the resources are going to be available until Sunday, so make use of them. Not only the resources, but also the support and everything that we have on this week for you. So thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you on Sunday and in the community. Bye-bye, guys.